Welcome back to live coverage of today's Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Haughmond and Coventry United here at the Shrewsbury Sports Village in Shropshire. Half-time score, Haughmond 0, Coventry United 0. Not the best of opening periods. Let's hope the second half can give us some much needed entertainment. From what we see at the moment, there are no changes planned for either side, so let's get you straight back into today's teams. There has been a little bit of confusion between I think between Haughmond and the match officials about the number 17, and we were led to believe that it was actually the number 4, the one who was supposed to be playing at number 4, Jack Griffiths, who was the captain of Haughmond, but it turns out that he's actually on the pitch, so we believe now the number 18 is Sean Jones. So we'll try and cut it up at the after the game, but that's what we're going to be going with anyway. So that, back into the starting line. So for Haughmond, number 1 Sam Jones, number 2 George Carpenter, number 3 Connor Courtney, number 4 Jack Griffiths, number 6 Carl Rogers, number 7 Joe Parry, 8 Dave Howells, 9 Harry Morris, 10 Andy Jones, 11 Steve Hull, and 17 is Sean Jones. Substitutes for Haughmond, number 12 Kevin Renshaw, number 14 Matt Owen, 15 Jamie Hine, 16 Scott Ryan, number 18 Charlie Musselwhite. And for Coventry United, number 1 Tom Deitch, number 2 Brad Jones, number 3 Ben Valance, number 4 Chris Cox, number 5 Jamal Clark, 6 Rob Prinzel, 7 Kyle Carey, 8 Kevin Thornton, 9 Aaron Apoku, 10 Ryan Palmer, 11 Frankie Beijnet. Substitutes with the Red and Greens, number 12 Tom James and number 14 Dominic Elaine. So those are today's starting lines as we prepare for the second half. Half-time score update from the one of the other matches anyway. We can't get to all of them unfortunately, but the half-time score from Starport. It's Starport 2, Coventry Spinks 0. So it's going well for Coventry United at the minute. They will need a win if they are to leapfrog their city rivals in the table. And elsewhere for any Sky Blues, I think it's looking good as none of City's playoff rivals are winning. Exeter are drawing, Lincoln are drawing, Mansfield are drawing, and Grimsby are beating Swindon. So it's looking good. Wickham losing as well to Accrington, but Notts County are winning at home to Yeovil. Let's get this second half underway with Haughmond kicking from right to left here at the Shrewsbury Sports Village. In white and black shirts with black shorts and socks. Coventry United in sky blue shirts with white shorts and socks. As the sun seems to have disappeared behind a blanket of cloud in this second half as Beijnet gets a little bit of a shove from behind by one of the Haughmond players, and it will be a free kick I should say, for Coventry United. Get it right, Cook. Here's Thornton now with Rob Prinzel on the edge of the Coventry United penalty area, played across to the left with Jamal Clark. Now Ben Valance strides into Haughmond territory, covered off. Will continue his run as he tries to reach the ball as he puts it past Hull. He's caught up by Sean Jones, booted upfield but brought to earth by Clark. Thornton to Rob Prinzel in the centre circle. Switches the play to Kyle Carey, who swapped wings with Beijnet but runs straight into the number 6 Carl Rogers. Play will continue. Courtney sends it forward straight into the path of Tom Deitch. First time pass to Rob Prinzel, who was stride from the United back line. Drive it forward towards Kyle Carey and volleyed into touch by the captain Jack Griffiths. One of the Haughmond coaches will boot the ball from the dugout to where the action is on this near side as the current match ball has been sent away. Throw finds Carey in space, but it's quickly closed down by Rogers. Threads it through for Chris Cox. Heavy first touch, Griffiths clears. As far as Rob Prinzel, who nicks the ball away. And a bit of a shirt ball there by Harry Morris will result in a United free kick. It was probably the only way Haughmond were going to stop United at that point. So Brad Jones will line up this free kick with Thornton standing next to him. Will be Jones to blast it into the box. As you can probably expect, Rogers wins the header. How's he ever going to lose a header? Carey. Now Prinzel lobs it towards the left-hand side. Up jumps Jones to head it as far as Bagenet. Despite Howe's best efforts, United still have the ball, but it's out of range for Chris Cox. A pass from Bagenet picked up by the Haughmond defence, and now here come Haughmond. Tries to thread it through for Steve Hull, out of range for Hull. The ball from Joe Parry. Now Deitch will find Kevin Thornton. Thornton drops the shoulder and gets lucky as Parry runs straight over the ball. Thornton losing his step there and losing the ball as the pass to Opoku is picked up as Sean Jones tries to put it through, and a free kick as Jones is taken out by Prinzel, and now Prinzel, I believe, is being called over for some afters. He has something to say to the referee, and I can only assume that it wasn't nice. And the referee is going to give Prinzel a yellow card for what I believe is dissent. And the yellow card pulled out and given to Rob Prinzel. So 3 United players have been booked. None for Haughmond. Who's going to hit this one? Morris and Rogers standing over it. Well, at least Rogers can probably see over the wall. It will be the man mounting Rogers straight into the jaw of Thornton, but sent back towards that penalty area, and offside given on this left-hand side against Joe Parry. So we've had 5 second half minutes here on CUTV. Remains Haughmond 0, Coventry United 0. We haven't seen a massive improvement on the first half. Still not a lot in the way of goal mouth action. I don't think the highlights are going to take it if we have another score draw. Slide by Griffiths taken away from Palmer and stabbed clear by Dave Howells into touch. Around 15 yards into United territory on the left wing. Premier League, it's still scores between Watford and Crystal Palace. Clarkson into the penalty area and nodded back to the goalkeeper. It just about reached him. Griffiths heading it towards Sam Jones, and Kyle Carey nearly got a touch on it. Well, Parry definitely got a touch on Ford, and it's hurt him, but he's got the ball. And it's free on the left-hand side for Morris to put the cross away. Who's in there? Morris takes on Brad Jones. Towards the edge of the penalty area, chested down by Howells into the path of Andy Jones, and the cross is blocked by Jamal Clark, and Chris Cox will keep it alive now for United. It's a surging run from Cox. Bagenet tries to return it to cross and gets it to Chris Cox. Cox out muscled by Dave Howells, and now Howells will try and find a teammate. Carpenter. It took a touch off Carey, but it will find its intended target. Steve Hull, he'll return it to Carpenter, up line. George Carpenter checks his run, holds, and I think the touch from Vance was crucial in stopping that attempted shot. It's still in the area, but not for long as Jamal Clark sends it clear. Header win by Courtney. Now Parry. Tries to pivot round Kevin Thornton onto the right-hand side now with Dave Howells. Carpenter. Back to Howells. Haughmond are rolling now, and it's stabbed clear by Jamal Clark. And as far as another white shirt, it rolls into the hands of Tom Deitch. The effort from the edge of the penalty area. Again, neither goalkeeper really have been tested. Haughmond's best effort was a couple of yards out from the goal and fired over the crossbar. United tried to take the ball around the goalkeeper with Aaron Opoku. The ball was saved by the knees of Sam Jones. United will keep going despite pleas for a free kick for a foul against Howes. And Cox will drive one and an inch over the woodwork. The ball shaving the crossbar on the way through. Easily the closest that Coventry United have come to altering the scoreline. A quick conversation between the referee and a few players as Haughmond believed that Dave Howes had been fouled in the build-up to that attempt. Sam Jones boots it clear from the goal following that little discussion, and somehow Rodgers has been beaten in the air. It's gone over Rodgers and onto the head of Ben Valance, who will put it into touch on the far side halfway into United territory, and a long throw by Rodgers and out of play for a corner. Final touch coming off Rob Prinzel, who battled for the ball in the air with Andy Jones. So we have had 10 second half minutes here on CUTV. Haughmond 0, Coventry United 0. Please don't let it be another 0-0 draw. We have one on Wednesday. We don't want another one. Seriously, goals for a commentator is like food to a fat guy. You need it to survive. He goes towards a penalty area and headed away by Rob Prinzel. Dutch wasn't going to claim it. Brought down by Howes. Laid up to Morris. Blocked by Kevin Fordson, sent back into danger by Rodgers. Out comes Dyche and has to dive down low to smother it before either Hole or the big number 10 Andy Jones could get anything on it. Thrown out to Tom Dyche, a direct approach for Coventry United. That's Ben Valance striding down the left, finds Aaron Opoku, it's back to Jones. Onto the right hand side, it's behind Palmer, but he'll pick it up. Ryan Palmer tries to run it. Connor Courtney. Still Palmer, tries to chop his way in. Forced away. It's Carey, the move still alive for United. Brad Jones behind him, here is Jones. Thornton. United refusing to back down and continue pressing forward. Brad Jones rolls it to Kyle Carey. And in towards Ryan Palmer, squared for Frankie Beige, nicked away at the last second by Howes. And into touch for a Coventry United throw, level with the penalty area. United kept on digging away, chiselling away at that brick wall in front of the Haughmond defence. And it was so close to tumbling down, but they just couldn't quite get the final nail in. Cox. Now Fordson. Back to Cox. Cox tripped from behind by Howes. Free kick Coventry United on this right touchline. This could be the chance Red Green's need. Well, the Red Green girls of Coventry United have certainly taken advantage of set pieces. Can the men's side do the same? No, they can't is the answer as Connor Courtney fires it into touch. Rob Prinzel with the throw. He's got Cox and Jones in support. Over the head of Chris Cox. Griffiths will volley it away. Holes. Shove from behind by Vance. Referee says no foul. Here's Rodgers. Just about digs the ball away. And Parry has lost out to Palmer. But Palmer runs straight into Parry, who's able to outmuscle the young striker. The ball from the back line straight into United's back line with Rob Prinzel. On the halfway points is Kevin Thornton. Under pressure from Rodgers finds Jamal Clark, who sprints through the centre circle and lost it towards the left hand side. Frankie Beige tries to get it there. He's kept it in. Beige cross. Aaron Opoku in there and caught well up in the air by Sam Jones. Long throw by Jones. Parry to Griffiths, now rolls it across to the big number 6 Carl Rodgers. Sean Jones. It's passed around the midfield by the home side. It remains scoreless. It's not for the want of trying, and lofted towards that left hand side. Morris will keep it in. Can he do something with this ball now from the left hand side? Tries to cut in against Brad Jones. It's Morris. Sends it straight into touch. Whether it was a cross or a shot, I'm not sure, but neither one of those descriptions would have done that effort justice, as it was not the best of deliveries or shots, whatever it was, but it remains scoreless here at CUTV. Don't forget to hit the like button on the YouTube video if you are enjoying today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for exclusive content for the Red and Greens and the Coventry United ladies team. Of course, you can get us on Twitter at Cov United TV. Live coverage of Coventry United ladies versus Charlton Athletic women to come tomorrow on CUTV from 10 to 2. The ball bobbles into touch on the left-hand side of Coventry United's throw. Deep into their own half, they've got to try and get themselves up the right end of the field. Clark, a bit hesitant there, finds Thornton under pressure, and Thornton being clawed back by Howells. He finds a Poku, covered up by Sean Jones, but it's out wide with Ryan Palmer. Palmer does his best to jockey for position with a shirt pull there by Connor Courtney. Referee says no, and it's upfield to Morris. Passing it around that final third, dangerous for the home side, but good passing accuracy means that Haughmond play their way out of danger. It's sent down the right by Rogers for Hull. Steve Hull, good challenge by Ben Valance to give United the opportunity to send it forward. United wanted a free kick, referee didn't give one. And United left the ball and allowed Haughmond back onto it. Parry. Now Rogers on the right flank. Carpenter looks for the cross. Carpenter volleyed straight into the next field by Frankie Beja, taking no chances. It remains at Haughmond 0, Coventry United 0. I'm sick of saying it. We've only got 30 minutes until the final whistle. We're hoping that someone will hit the back of the net. We've never had consecutive 0-0 draws in CUTV before. We're hoping that it doesn't start today. It's a very bad time to start. Throw to the penalty area, side netting. I think that may have been Carl Rogers' throw that went straight into the side of the net. I don't believe the centre-back Sean Jones got anything on that. Well, United only have one attacking substitute in the reserves, that being Dominic Allain. Luke Barlow was supposed to be in today's matchday squad, but unfortunately did not travel. It looks like Allain is getting ready. Thornton. Back to Clark. United seem encased in their own half at the minute. They can't seem to get up the other end of the field. Clark dispossessed. Tries his best to win it back and does so. Kyle Carey tries to make his way away from the final third for Coventry United, but can't do so with a pass from Dave Howells, who won the ball back straight to the path of Thornton. Carey in the centre circle, looking to send Chris Cox on his way. Beige it. Runs it forward for Chris Cox. It's Cox, and it's well held at the near post by Sam Jones. Something isn't quite clicking for either side today. Apoku's offside, can't touch the ball. And Jones, the goalkeeper, will fire it straight towards Joe Parry. Thornton tried to get it back, but couldn't reach it in time. Parry again, closed down by Thornton. Bit of a dig by Thornton, and in on Dave Howells. He seemed to get the ball. He made contact, but he got the ball from where I'm standing. And Thornton's not happy. Well, Kevin Thornton, going in for the challenge, seemed to spin on the spot as he got one leg on the ball, and the trailing leg seemed to catch the Haughmond man, and Kevin Thornton is being called over. And Thornton is being urged away from the scene. And Kevin Thornton could be in trouble as the referee goes to the back pocket, and a red card for Kevin Thornton. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a strange decision from the referee. He certainly caught the player, but he got the ball first. I think the referee's got that wrong. And now Thornton being shoved by the Haughmond players. This is getting out of hand now. Thornton is being told to get off the pitch. And I think the referee has, we're trying to give referees as much slack as we can here in CTV, but he's got that one wrong. He certainly made contact with the player, but to me, it looked like he got the ball first. He definitely got the ball, but... And Thornton is not done as the physio's having a word now. Thornton being urged off the pitch by his teammate Brad Jones, and thankfully we are going to get this game underway with a questionable refereeing decision. May have cost Coventry United a chance at this game. I think the Red and Greens have a right to feel aggrieved there. But sending offs are not a guarantee of defeat. I mean, who can forget that night at Shawbury with Coventry United drawing 1-1, 2 players sent off. They still found a way to win. So despite a dodgy call from the referee, United have still got a chance. So look forward to seeing that one on the camera. And there is going to be a change of Coventry United. Frankie Beja replaced by Dominic Elaine. The best thing to do probably would be to switch United to a 3-man attacking midfield. With Palmer dropping back, it would be Cox behind Elaine, Carey and Palmer with a Poku up front. It looks like that's what United are going to do. Following a discussion with Coventry United manager Terry Anderson, we are going to get things underway. And the referee is not, he's not even asked the player to get off the pitch, so just to confirm, Kevin Thornton has received a straight red card for serious foul play after catching one of the Haughmond midfielders during a tackle which he appeared to get the ball in. So United will now have to play the remainder of this match with 10 men, but with their backs against the wall. It's when we've usually see the best of Coventry United. It's all the way back with Sam Jones, now closed down by Aaron Opoku, who slid and nearly got the ball back. The Red and Greens certainly fired up for this one now. The loss of their teammate sees a really G-up United. The Thorns will be missing for the next 3 matches now, and the squad already on the bare bones. That's the last thing Coventry United needed, with so many players out, 8 players out due to injury, suspension or personal circumstances. We know Niall Rose is going to be back next week, possibly Tommy Glasgow as well. But this is a dire situation for United, but the ball's going to play for a goal kick for the Red and Greens with around 25 minutes to go here on CUTV. Dutch's kick towards Aaron Opoku. Opoku wins it in the air. Courtney caught. Chest control and stabbed up by the Haughmond man. Carrying his interception for Coventry United. Valance upfield, straight to the foot of Carpenter. Elaine bounced for the ball with Parry, but it's rolled out to Courtney. Andy Jones onto the right hand side now. Holes strides towards the goal. Laid off on Rogers. And the bobbling ball into the box is gathered by Tom Deitch, who will pick the ball up. Will United go for the draw now, or will they go for the 3 points? A bit of disagreement there between the supporters of Coventry and Haughmond about the red card for Kevin Thornton. Again, we'll reiterate, it looked from here that he got the ball. Carey, United's backs against the wall. Can they get themselves in front? It's Aaron Opoku. It's behind Ryan Palmer. And Haughmond will get it clear. You can see the adversity that United are up against now seems to have lit the fire in the red and green gas tank. Courtney, Elaine with a late chance, couldn't Come on, get in. Here's Courtney again, closed down by Elaine. Now big Carl Rogers. Carey takes it away beautifully, and now the referee has given a free kick. That is ridiculous. Kyle Carey clearly got the ball. I'm sorry, guys, this referee's a joke. And that's coming from a commentator who usually gives the referee as much slack as he can, but that's two ridiculous decisions. Kyle Carey stabbed his leg through the legs of... Oh, this is getting out of hand now. Now he's calling over Aaron Opoku. What on earth is going on here? This is absolutely crazy. And now the referee having a word with Cox and Opoku over Opoku's conduct. I don't think it's Opoku that needs to look at himself. No way. Well, Kevin Ford's and Morgan Myers now, and now a Coventry United player's gone down, and the foul initially wasn't given. I'm not sure whether he's given the foul or just called play to stop. But now a Coventry United man seems to have taken a blow to the face on the edge of his own penalty area following that free kick. And it was Chris Cox who luckily is back on his feet. Deitch fires it away from the goal kick over the head of Carey. Opoku able to stick his foot in there and win it back, battling for the ball with House, and House comes away with it for Haughmond, lobs it forward over the head of Andy Jones, and now Prinzel and Jones have got to do something about this. Brad Jones, I should say, for Coventry United. Death ball over the head of Morris and fired clear by Rob Prinzel towards this near touchline. Courtney lets it bounce. And Ryan Palmer to get his foot up and keep it in. Great work from the young striker. Kenyatta capitalise. Tries to get it to Aaron Opoku, but he's blocked off. Up jumps Morris from the long ball. Gets his head in it, but fired away by Brad Jones of Coventry United. Controlled well by Frankie Beja in the midfield. Here come the red and greens. Surging run from Kyle Carey. Trying to find Palmer, but again the pass is wayward. And the referee's given a foul against Carey. That one I'll agree with. He's certainly caught the Haughmond man there. But the ball towards the right-hand side of the penalty area by Steve Hull is cut out by Jamal Clark, and Clark sends it down the left touchline. It will stay in. It's returned to the goalkeeper by Sean Jones. Sam Jones. Griffiths rolls it to the right. Hull to Carpenter. Haughmond in search of that winner. And you have to assume now, at this stage of the match, any goal will be the winning goal. That's what I see the back of the net ball for once. It's been nearly 2 hours of, well, over 2 hours of football that we haven't seen a goal. Nearly 3 hours. Here's Joe Parry, and there's space in the penalty area, but there's too much space as Steve Hull is offside. And there is going to be a Haughmond change. Coming on will be Kevin Renshaw, and he's going to be replacing Carl Rogers. So at least the walking apartment building is being taken off and giving United a chance to win some aerial duels in the midfield. Deitch will get it clear. Elaine hoping to bring it down, and he does so with great control. He's got Courtney right behind him. Elaine. Now Palmer. Elaine's with him again. And he's forced away from the box. Down line to Carl Carey. Looks like United are getting TJ ready. Tom James. Cox tries to cut in from the left-hand side, but he's tripped Didn't seem as if the Haughmond man got the ball, but play will continue. Lofted towards the penalty area. Out comes Darju, fires it clear under pressure from Harry Morris. Parry gets the ball stuck between his feet and Carey will take it away. Carey upfield towards Aaron Opoku. Griffiths gets there first, so he's rolled onto the left hand side with Morris. Courtney down the centre to Parry. Space to work with for Haughmond. Parry switches the play beautifully to Hull. Steve Hull takes on Valance. Puts the ball straight into Valance's chest. Valance tries to flick it over Hull, but the Haughmond winger able to keep it alive, and not for long as Valance tries to shepherd it out of play. He won't be able to do it as the ball doesn't roll quite as far as you would have hoped. It's cleared up line. And you can see how high Haughmond are pressing. Courtney, now Morris in the penalty area on the left hand side, rolls it across to a teammate. Deflected strike over the goal. It will be a corner as Kevin Renshaw's effort, I believe, took a touch of the boot of Chris Cox. And how vital could that have been to denying Haughmond the opening and surely winning strike? Well, 16 minutes of play remaining here at the Shrewsbury Sports Village. It remains at Haughmond 0, Coventry United 0, with United sent to 10 men, with Kevin Thornton receiving his marching orders for a questionable offence. And Carey opens up the defence for Coventry United. He's taken it past the captain Griffiths. It's Kyle Carey. Space on the left for Palmer. It's Ryan Palmer! Triumph over adversity! Ryan Palmer with his second goal in 3 games for Coventry United, and you can tell just how much the Red and Greens wanted that. Kyle Carey with the heavy lifting, breaking down the right hand side, and the Red and Greens are in front. And indeed, United have only got 10 men, but now they've also got the lead. Haughmond 0, Coventry United 1. Well, bad news for United is Kyle Carey, who we said did an amazing job racing down that right-hand side. He sent the Haughmond captain halfway to Narnia before racing down the right wing, laying it off for Palmer. Great hit from the young striker, but it seems as if Carey has taken a blow in that instant. But United have got one change, that being Tom James. And Carey back on his feet as quick as he went down. And Palmer receiving some last minute instructions.